everybody, welcome back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. As you all know, my daughter's here in the shop this week. So I thought I'd send her home with a gift. That's one of the nice things is you can do when you're a woodworker. You can make some pretty nice things for your family and friends. You've seen me make these guys here. And that's old Mr. Atlas. Well, she has a pug, and we're going to make her one of these. But we're going to do something a little different, a little more fancy than that. So we went to the big blue box store, and we were going to pick up a piece of poplar to do this with. Poplar's gotten awfully expensive. So that brings me to my next point. When you go to these stores and you are looking for lumber, look for all of your available options. I'm only making one of those trays. I got this thing, this little disc, for 10 bucks. And I'm going to be able to turn that disc into one of these trays. And then the plan is we're going to take what's left of this, we're going to do a two-sided carve. We're going to put a mirror on the other side of it. We're actually going to put a relief carving on the face of this and inset a mirror in the back of it. Trying to make her something a little fancy she can take back to the old NY. Alright folks, let's get started. The plan is to take this disc and create that tray. Now, obviously we got to find the center of this disc here. But when we flip this thing over in the mill, we have to make sure that we have it in the exact same spot. That's where this piece is going to come in. I'm going to cut a hole through this, the exact diameter of this disc. That way I can find center of the disc, remove the disc, and put it in the hole right back in the same spot in the plywood on the mill. Let's take a look.
Danielle doesn't realize this, but I'm going to let her run this machine. And I figured this would be a good way to show you all how easy it is to run these things. With a little bit of practice, it becomes second nature. But if you watch through the whole video, there's tips and tricks on how this is done. And I hope you get something out of it. I hope you pick up a few tricks. And I hope it helps you in some way. So keep watching through.
Now that we have the circle cut out, I actually had to run the program twice and cut off another 20 thousandths off this to make this happen. But as you can see now, that piece fits in there perfectly and doesn't move. We won't change the zero for the center point. We've already got that here. But we will have to change Z height. So I'll bring the machine over and I'll re-zero to the 1 inch height here, and we can continue to cut out that. But in the form of Mr. Pug, or Miss Pug, if you will.
Although I'm confident that this disc will not move left or right, I'm a little concerned about it lifting, so we're going to use the blue tape and CA glue trick.
Okay. So Danielle's going to get a lesson in CNC work here. So load a new file, Danielle. Alright, we're looking for, what are we looking for?
Pug face and mirror.
Alright, so open up mirror back seat. Alright, go to jog on the top. Alright, go to rapid movement on the bottom, rapid position. Go to the S, which brings it right straight forward. Now we've already got the correct tool in there, and we already know what our X and Y Z is. Alright, so click done. Go to rapid position one more time. Go to rapid to current X and Y. And what that's going to do is take us back to the center of that wheel. Let me remove the dust cover. Don't need this on here. Now what we're going to do is zero for Z height, so click done. Up on the top there you will see increments. Click that until it says fast. I don't know that you can see this, folks, but I'm letting her run this machine. So now you're going to go to the Z, and each time you click that Z, Z negative drops the spindle, Z plus raises the spindle. So what your objective is to lower that spindle close enough to the wood without hitting it so that we can zero for Z. So that's up, that's down, there you go. Okay. Now if you go back to this and you go increment less, and click that twice, that's what I do. Now stop using the mouse and use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Page up and page down does the same thing as Z plus and Z minus. I'm going to swing back over here. You're going to click that page down one click at a time until I tell you to stop. Go ahead.
If you're watching closely here, you'll see the machine is rolling forward. She's hitting the wrong button. Hard to find good help nowadays.
Now click that back down one more time. Now down slowly. One click at a time. There, one more. There it is. Now, we go back to the machine. Go to set 0. You're only zeroing the Z, so go up to where it says 0Z. Click that. Click done. Go on the top to where it says run. Click that. Start job. Click start one more time and then stop what you're doing. Click. Now that lifts the machine so I can get the paper back out. Put the dust collector on. Hook up the hose. Start the spindle. Hit resume. One more time.
So the first thing we're going to do is cut the seat where the mirror will rest in the back of the piece. After it's completed that, it'll cut around the other way and cut the center loose. Now I also have it taped down, don't forget. As y'all know, when that CNC is running, that dog has to have attention. So before I knew it, I turned around and he's up on the bench, demanding more attention yet. We've begun cutting out the face of the pug we're working on, and then he steals some affection from my daughter too. He's quite a lover boy. Now I detailed how we do this in the other video with Atlas's face, but basically we cut out the bowl or the tray portion, cut out the outside perimeter of the face, and go back in with the V-bit and cut the detail.
Okay, so now you've got your dog tray and your primary first cut. Go to load new file. Looking for face. No.
You already did this.
Yep.
Now we did that.
Yep.
Now we do this.
Pug face in mirror is what you're looking for. Open that up. Okay, now go to jog. You've got to change bits now. Same thing as before, go to rapid position. Bring the machine far forward center. That's what these mean. You go to that corner. You can go to any one of these points on that machine, but go to that one. We're going to change to a 60-degree V-bit. Okay, Danielle, now normally, if you don't have these guys, these are PWNCNC stop collars, and what they do is they allow you to put the bit in there and hit the collet at the exact same height for each bit. So each bit is the same. We don't have to re-zero Z. But if you had to re-zero, because you don't have these from PWNCNC, and I'll leave a link to these below, by the way, I recommend everybody have them. But what you would do is, you would move the tip of this 60-degree bit back here to this surface, which is our original surface height, and you would re-zero your Z, not changing X or Y, then start your machine and let it run. But because we have those collars, we didn't lose our Z height. We don't have to re-zero for X or Y. All we need to do is simply start the machine and go. So back on your computer, Danielle, if you will go to run, and then what? Start job is correct. Yep. Hit resume. and turn the machine on.
So I do have a tutorial on these, and in that tutorial I recommend changing the speed of feed on your V-bit passes, and I forgot to do that here. So this carve took an excessively long time, like 3 hours. But we got it finished. We'll put our brand in the back of it, and we'll continue on with the front side of the mirror. We're going to use the blue tape and the CA trick here to make sure that that ring doesn't come out of that, well, let's call it a donut holder. Put the tape all the way around, apply copious amounts of CA glue, some activator on the ring, and hold it down for 10 seconds, and we're good to go. We changed to a 1/4 inch flat end mill there. Install the dust collector and let it rock and roll. Now it'll travel all the way around this ring, removing as much waste material as it can, and then we'll change to a 1/8 inch ball nose to do the finish work. It chews it up pretty good. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything, but there you are. The finish came out really, really nice on that piece. They kind of look like dragon's tails overlapping each other. Let's put some finish on it. What my daughter chose was, yep, you guessed it, she wants me to burn it. Drip some polyurethane on it to give it some shine. So the next step will be to put the mirror in the back of it, and we're going to let Danielle do that when she gets back to New York. That way we don't have to worry about the glass breaking in her luggage. Come back and check us out. We'll have a picture of that in the near future. In any case, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like, a share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment. We enjoy hearing from you, and we'll catch you on the next one.